Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I'm going to be making a 5x7 horizontal split fold card. In one of the paper crafting groups I belong to on Facebook, this card is one of the monthly challenges, and someone had asked the other day how to do it in a 5x7 card, because that's the size card they made, and I have never made one until today. So I have written out some instructions here that I'm going to follow, and we're going to make one on camera. And I will be making my usual 5x7 card, and we're going to be making it horizontal. I have selected a cream colored base, which is 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch mark, folded it over, and creased it with my bone folder. And now for this, I'm using 3 pieces of 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. One, I have the same cream color as the base. Then I have a piece of white, and I'm only using this for decoration. The white isn't really going to show. And then I have this pastel green and white polka dot. This is going to be the top primary color. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss this cream colored piece. And I will be using this Griffin, it's an old Cricut Cuttlebug folder called Rosa, and it's got some beautiful roses on it. And we're just going to emboss that. And I'll be using my Griffin Empress machine. And the sandwich for this machine has very easy sandwiches. For the embossing folder, you just put your metal shim and your 2 A plates. And we'll run it right through. Okay, and this gives us this beautiful rose textured background. I love it. Now I still leave out my Cuttlebug, yeah. My Cuttlebug's sitting over there. It's feeling kind of neglected since I got this machine. I'm also going to die cut out the word hello to put on this card. If I can find it here. I thought I had it. Maybe do I have it down here? No. Oh, there it is. This comes from Spellbinders. This is the Shapeabilities Phrase 2 set. And I'm just going to cut the hello. And we'll run that through. See, you think you get all set up for being on camera, and then nope. Some little piece always goes wayward. Now I'm just gonna pop out the pieces here. And then we can get into cutting of the card. That's what took me a little bit of time to figure out. And I'm just gonna let that sit right there. Actually, I'll put it in the bottom one because we'll be done with this top one. Put that. Not totally done die cutting. Well, I'll show you that when we get to the end of the card. Okay, so this piece, I'm going to glue down first. This is going to go right on top of our card, as this is the base layer. I like to leave a little margin when I'm making my 5x7 cards. You could make this front piece that I'm putting down 5x7. Of course, you'll have to figure out the measurements a little bit. But I like a nice little border. Okay. Now, we're going to be using the white piece next. And I just need to get a pen here. And I am going to mark on the corner up here, on the next piece, but I'm going by this corner for cutting. So over here, I need to mark 1 3/4 inches up, and I'm just going to put a very little dot, and then 1 3/4 inches on that side too. cut that. I'm going from the corner to my top line first. Make sure that everything lines up and slice. Keep that piece. Now I'm also going from that corner, but I'm going down to my bottom piece. Just like that. This piece that we cut out is now scrap. You can use that for another project. And this piece. Now I've selected two different kinds of washi tape. This is a gold, and I'm going to take it on this edge and line it up straight, hopefully. And then I'll do the same for this piece. Now, oops. Now, if you had patterned paper that you wanted to use, but I have lots of this washi tape that I want to get used, and I just love the gold and how it looks with that baby green. Okay. Now, I normally would tuck these ends over, but since if I tucked it over, it would show on the front side of the card. We don't want that to happen. Okay. Now, while we have the washi tape out, I have selected, it's another gold. This one has roses on it, and I thought it kind of went with it. I have just a scrap piece of white, and I'm just going to put several layers down here because we're going to die cut a flower out of this. Just lay it down, and I think, if I remember correctly, I need about 4 strips. I'm just making a patterned paper. I'll do 5, just in case I can't recall. Now, I have these flower dies. I believe they're from Spellbinders. There's no markings on them, and I never wrote down what they were. I'm trying to go back and fix the error of my ways in that. Now, I'll just bend these over. All right, I'm going to use 4. I'm going to make a 4-layered flower here. Yeah, it was best that I went with the 5 layers. Just whatever decoration you're using, if you go with the washi tape method, you just need to make it as big as your dies. Now we'll run this through. I should keep my pen off the directions here in case you're interested. Okay, and then that cut out this beautiful gold flower that we will put on our card as soon as we get all the layers cut out and assembled. All right, I'll put these back on here. This way I'm not losing them. Sometimes by the end of the day, my desk is covered with die cuts that I really don't know where they go. So I'm trying to solve that problem also. And I'll save that for later. Pardon me, I just need to get a drink of my Kool-Aid here. Okay, done with the washi tape. Now we cut the final part. This is our top layer. And we're not going from the corner, but from the corner, we're going to mark in 1/4 of an inch. and on this side 1/4 of an inch. And then down here, we're going to mark 2 inches, and again, 2 inches on this end. And those are our cut lines for this piece. So from that corner to this corner, let me get this lined up. That piece we're using. And from here to here. Okay, this piece is scrap and can be used on another project. And we're done with our cutting. Now this piece will fit right here and just have that little strip of washi tape showing, just to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And we'll glue these 2 pieces together. Oop. I'm so excited. Tomorrow I leave for the rubber stamp and scrapbooking convention. I'll try and get a video out in the morning before I leave. And then I won't have one. I don't think I'll have one Saturday. Oh no, I will do a haul Saturday. When we get back from the convention to our hotel room, I'll kind of show you what we purchased or what we discovered at the show. It's Sunday that I won't have one because that's the day I'm traveling home. Unless we get home real early, but we don't usually. And now this side. Now, I am going to pop these up with, it's a low loft, I'll get my cloth here. A low loft 1/2 inch foam strips, foam tape. And I'm just going to lay that across the back of the triangle. And I'm going to cut it at an angle. And then put some here. And then just fill in the triangle just to give it some loft. You could do this flat if you wanted, or use some other, you could cut several layers and stack it that way. If you're trying to use up some paper that you don't really like, you could use it as a backing for this to give it some loft. Okay. Now, come over here. This card doesn't take a lot of time, and it makes a really pretty card, I think. It was just initially figuring out the positions of the cuts for how I had it in my mind, because there's lots of different ways to do this card. And I'm just putting a little bit of liquid, my art glitter glue down here, just to give me a little playroom once I put it down on the card. And I'm going to stand up, try not to bump the camera. And that's going to go right to the corner. We'll do the same on this side. This foam tape is another item that is on my shopping list for the convention, just to see what kinds are out there and how they work or don't work for the budget. I save up all year so I can attend this show and have some moolah to spend. All right, now put this down just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to glue the hello down flat here. You could even do another layer if you wanted 3 layers on your card. Well, another layer on top of this. You would just cut it in another 1/4 inch and go up that same amount on the sides. Now I'm just going to put a little, well, glue. Just going to put my block on here. I guess I was trying to be Spartan with the glue, and I needed to be not so Spartan when I'm gluing down a metallic element. And we'll put that just there. Okay, now we can put together our flower. I'm going to give it a try. I did that on a card I made earlier, and I'll show you. That card I used a little bit different dimensions. And I want to color the edges of the flower a little bit. So I have, I guess I'm in the green mood today. I have a GinaK fresh asparagus, and I'm just gonna lightly do the edges, not the whole flower, just to bring in a little bit of color from the card. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That's why I started with the big one, so that if it looked bad, then I could not do it for the other ones and then not use the large one. Okay. All right. Now I'm using 2 sizes of Zots here. I have the larger Zot that I'll use it to put on the card, but then I have miniscule Zots, and I'm just going to put that on the back of each of the smaller layers as I build it up. These are tiny glue dots, and they don't give a whole lot of loft, because since I put foam on the back of that card, I don't want to have this flower stick up so far that it will prevent mailing. Now, you could pop up these layers if you were going to do a hand-delivered card, or if you wanted to do extra postage. And then the larger Zot, I'm going to put 2 on the back of this one, because I've got 2 pieces to stick it down to. And I want to angle that so it's just up there in the corner. Now, I've got I have gold, or I've got my clear to color. Actually, I think, let me try one in green. I did pull out a green marker. Let's just try one to see what I like better in there. And I like the gold better. Just need my angled tweezers. We'll put 1 in the center here, and then 1 large one here. We'll do 2 large ones, a medium-sized one, and a tiny one. There's our card. You could do something up here if you wanted. And I just wanted to go with simple today so that we could get these dimensions for you. And I'll show you the card I did earlier. I did a blue polka dot with silver. I did silver washi tape. And this is where I did the blue coloring on my cleared gems. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this gives you some ideas of things you can make with your own products, things you can make from your washi tape, decorative flowers. I really like how this silver polka dotted one came out as a flower. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. There you can see the lighting better. It's a little dark in the basement today.